NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Miller now. From the gun, he'll throw. Got his open man. It's Carr. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here's Miller from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On the return, Hester. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. 30 pace. Let's go. 66. Bullet. Set. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 134 yards, and the score, too.
And he leads the NFL in receiving yards as we come down the home stretch. Weather may be changing across the country, but his consistency remains the same.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate...
Well, he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the foot.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Throwing to start the drive. Miller, throw complete to the tight end Morgan. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
Set, 90, walk. Walk with the 4, squeeze. Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to just go ahead and force everything either. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland. And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, you know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The toss play to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 21-0 our score after 1.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
Now Miller on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This is Mixon on the draw. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Miller operating from the gun. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 22. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 at the 19. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Miller into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Miller, they'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Miller now, throwing on 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fleming. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. See it. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, there he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into...
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check pass, check pass.
Get it.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Everyone's got 4.
At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Mixon. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Looking to throw. Miller. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw. Miller. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
I'm going to hit you all day.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here we go. Set. And Lobo. Nice 7. Let's go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Recon. 132 fighter.
Check 99. Check 99.
Set. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Fleming. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Set the tone, Chief.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's ball. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
That's trash. That's trash. Let's go.
Here's Miller. From the gun, he'll throw. It's complete to Diggs. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Miller. And Diggs has it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back. In that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Now Miller operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Miller. And a quick throw here. That's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp-Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
59. Mike's 50. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ball. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Chad Hunt. 60 Pittsburgh. Lock it.
Watch out, watch out.
There you go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Check 24.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
90.
Check. Watch me before.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Miller on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carr. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. 2nd and 4. 6 yards was the pickup on the last complete. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And some space here. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas City defense, they make their way onto the field now. They are looking to preserve this shutout, so for them, a lot on the line.
A lot on the line, a lot of pride that goes into that. Because let's face it, when you've had that kind of a day, you do not want any type of a fluke play to end it. You're going to win the game. That's not the issue. But to have a clean ledger going into the locker room and sitting in film next week, oh, that's satisfying.
Good.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
They're looking to cradle that goose egg. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Looking to throw. Miller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Chiefs, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance